My name is Ashley. Welcome. The way that we'll set this class up is I will spend the first 20 to 25 minutes working you through guided meditation, guided breath work, and some yoga shapes that we can do from our chair. So I know some of you are in the office and you might be in like a big bulky swivel chair or whatever it may be, but usually any type of chair is okay. So if you have a chair nearby, you can grab it and we'll start there. For these initial meditations and breath work practices, you could also sit cross-legged on the floor on a bolster or a block if that's available to you. So go ahead and find your comfortable seat. And if you're in a chair, just let your body and your bum relax down into the surface of that chair. Take your palms to face down on your thighs and close your eyes. You might notice as soon as you close your eyes, your whole nervous system starts to turn down. The stimulus of the light and the sound around you starts to dissolve. And that's the intention for this practice, for these movements, these breathing exercises, and these meditations, is just to turn down the volume of the world around you and create this really safe inner space that you can retreat to whenever you need a break. So you're sitting comfortably, either cross-legged on the floor or up on a chair. Your spine is long and it might feel good to roll your shoulders down your back to get it there. Your eyes are closed. The most basic form of pranayama or breath work is called pure breathing. And this simply means being aware of the active breath. Could you try to take a big breath in through your nose? Take a big breath in through your nose and notice the sensation of that breath. As you exhale, the breath also comes out through your nose before it picks up an inhale and drives it through each nostril, breathing against those little nose hairs until it's time for that to come back down and out. Continue this style of breathing in and out through your nose. But as you breathe, there's an invitation to notice, how are you breathing? Is your breath short? Are you trying to rush through it? Is it tired, dragging on, almost lethargic? And can you find a place in the middle, a place that feels like balanced breath, where with ease you pick the inhale up and with ease you let it fall back out? Good. Let's come together for 10 of those breaths. First, breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale out through your mouth. Now inhale through your nose. This is 1. Exhale through your nose. This is 2. Inhale for 3. Exhale 4. Inhale 5. Exhale 6. Inhale 7. Exhale 8. Inhale 9. Exhale 10. Take a big breath in through your nose, and at the top of that inhale, take an extra sniff of air. Open your mouth wide, exhale, let it all go. And now sit still. Your breath will move through you as it always does. And without controlling or changing, just notice how it feels to breathe. Go ahead, take a moment, blink open your eyes. Blink open your eyes for our second form of breath work. And this form of breath work is essential if you're feeling off balance. We have those days. We all have those days. Take your two peace fingers and place your peace fingers to the space between your eyebrows. Let your thumb graze against your right nostril. Let those other two fingers graze against your left nostril. We'll explore alternate nostril breath. First, breathe in equally through both nostrils and breathe out. And now plug your right nostril, breathe in through your left nostril. Good. Pause, hold your breath, so plug both nostrils. Open your right nostril and breathe out through your right nostril. Give it a few moments, you'll get the hang of it. Inhale through your right nostril. Plug your nose, hold your breath. Exhale through your left nostril. Good. Inhale through your left nostril. Plug your nose, hold your breath. Exhale through your right nostril. One more time. Inhale through your right nostril. Plug your nose, hold your breath. Exhale through your left nostril. Take both palms to sit down on your thighs. Close your eyes. Observe. Witness how you feel after just a few repetitions of this yin-yang balancing breath. And now collect your hands together at heart center. Bow your head down into your hands. And part of our yoga practice is intention. Set an intention for your practice, for yourself. Treat it like a wish, something you'd like to manifest, make true. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale with a sigh. Good. Slide your hands down alongside your body, mindful of your chair. Inhale, scoop both arms up overhead. Now we move to movement. Exhale, lower your hands down through your heart center. Inhale, release your hands alongside your body, scoop them up overhead, sprint all 10 fingers wide. And exhale, lower your hands back down through your heart center. Try that one more time. Inhale, get even bigger, like you're pulling something up and away. Reach your arms up, lift your gaze up, tap all 10 fingers, and now release your hands back down to your heart. Good, we add on this time. Inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. But as you exhale, rotate towards the right. Look back behind you by any amount. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, rotate towards the left. Inhale, come back through center. Place all 10 fingers together without looking. See if you can connect them. A little cognitive work here, and lower your hands down to your heart. Brilliant. Open your arms out to the side. Turn your palms to face up. Make fists with your hands and bring your arms forward like you're carrying a great big barbell. Bend into your arms like you're lifting that up for a bicep curl, and then relieve, place your arms back down into extension. Notice how your shoulders are jutting up in this action. Can you engage your core? So you're thinking about hugging your frontal hip bones in towards one another. So despite the fact that you have no weight, there's still some work, some real core and bicep work happening here. The next time your arms open up into extension, stretch them out like you're now hanging onto some monkey bars, like you're grabbing onto some monkey bars. Keep that fist action with both hands. Drop your fist down. What a wonderful stretch for your wrists. And just start to move your hands like you've got little sock puppets here in your palms, and rock them back side to side. There you go. Take a full wrist circle. This next exercise is really nice if anyone's dealing with arthritis in the hands and the fingers. Can you start to flick your fingers? Flick your fingers like you're trying to swat something away, and you might also begin to feel some deeper work through your arm muscles, through your shoulders. But the intention here is really to create these big opening shapes with our fingers as we start to work out the architecture of your hands. Keep flicking your fingers for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Now we just shake. Just shake your hands. I'm sure you've walked around the office and seen people take a little break from their laptop and just shake their hands. Try that for another breath here. Good. Place your palms down on your thighs. Take a breath in through your nose. Notice how your energy is shifting just a few moments into practice. Exhale. And on the next inhale, could you pick your shoulders up towards your ears? As you exhale, roll them down your back. And now we drive our shoulders around and around like a Ferris wheel in these great big shoulder loops, these great big shoulder circles. The tendency, and this is normal, is to just move really mindlessly, really quickly to get the movement done. I'd invite you to close your eyes and to align your breath with a really slow, almost sensual feeling, circular motion of your shoulders. As you do this, can you notice the sounds, the clicks, the pops, the crunches? This always reminds me of that cereal from the 90s, Snap, Crackle, Pop, right? Listen to the sounds your body makes. And now turn your shoulders around in the opposite direction. That will feel different. Close your eyes, align your breath, big breaths in and out. Like you're treating yourself to a little self-induced massage. Good. Pause, let your shoulders sit down normally and place both hands onto your shoulders. Take your arms, begin to create circles with the tips of your elbows, like the elbows are the tip of a ballpoint pen, and you're drawing a perfect, nice, slow and steady circle with your elbows. Draw your belly into your spine so you feel that subtle core engagement, and turn your elbows around in the opposite direction. Could you make this movement bigger and slower? Good. Take your hands down, draw your chin down towards your chest, breathe into the deep back line of your neck, inhale. And as you exhale, roll your head over to one side. The opposite hand can really reach out in the distance. The opposite hand reaches out in the distance. Take a big breath in through your nose. Exhale, dip your chin back down through to your chest and roll over in the opposite direction. Take the opposing hand, stretch it away. Big breath comes in. And a big breath falls out. Slide your chin back down through center. Pick your shoulders up, elevate them, and then lift your head up, blink your eyes open, and drop your shoulders down. Could you now take hold of the right side of your chair? Catch the right side of your chair. Inhale, stretch your left arm all the way up and over as you begin to side bend. Push down through both sits bones. Roll your chest up, but look down. And if taking your hand to the back of your head and pushing your head into your hand feels more supportive for your head and neck, by all means, take that variation. A big breath comes in here. Feel that breath stretch your ribs against your skin. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, lift up back through center. Place your hand on the chair and the opposite arm soars up overhead. reach like you're trying to stretch to grab an apple off an apple tree up overhead. Root down through both sit bones and turn your gaze down. Inhale, stretch a little deeper, root a little further. Stay here as you exhale. Inhale, pull it all back up through center and place both hands down beside you. Good. Take one more shoulder roll here and drive your body a little bit forward on your chair. You're not going to fall off the edge of it, but you're definitely close. You're definitely flirting with the edge of that chair. Take your hands onto your thighs. Lean forward like you're trying to just peek over the edge of a dog. Roll your shoulders back, shoot your chest forward, and lift your gaze up, 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 and away. That's an inhale. Now as you exhale, push your palms into your thighs, push your feet towards the floor, round into your upper back, and take a gaze down towards your belly. Your spine is flexed, that is your exhale. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your heart, lift your chest, lift your gaze, look up. Exhale to round. Those of you familiar with yoga know this as cat-cow. We do it from all fours, but if you're sitting at your desk, you can take 2 moments any time in the day, keep going, to flush out your spine. This is called spinal flossing. You can imagine all the plaque that builds up in your spine during prolonged time sitting down rather. And so we're just moving our spine dynamically to floss out all of that stickiness, all of that tension. Good. The next time you come upright, take your feet and place the balls of your feet on the floor. I hope your feet can reach the floor in your chair. Place the balls of your feet on the floor, lift up your heels and activate your quads and your quads and your calves. Now push your heels down. That's the simple action. Lift your heels up, your calves activate, lower your heels down. Keep doing this actions. We're moving down the body towards the feet and the lower limbs now. But as you do it, take those frontal hip bones, your ASIS, and tug them in towards one another. You might notice an immediate containment through your core that makes this feel less wobbly. Good. And the next time your heels come down, could you in fact just lift up your toes and press your toes back down? Inhale, lift up your toes, press your toes down. One more time, toes lift up and toes drop down. Take your hands, interlace your hands underneath your right leg. If you have a strap, if the hands can't quite reach, use a strap to do this. Interlace your hands underneath your right leg. Hug that knee in towards your chest. Simple shape, wind relieving pose is really, really good for any GI issues you might have. Take a moment here, breathing, you're squishing up all those digestive organs. And now take that right leg and kick it out. Bend your right knee, pull it back in. Kick it out and pull it back in. Right? It's that same movement if you were pumping one of those old-fashioned wells. You're just floating the leg through flexion and extension. But try not to just lean back as you do it. Stay really targeted and active through your midline. The next time your leg goes into extension, can you press your foot forward like you're pressing on a gas pedal in a car and pull your foot back? Press your toes forward, pull your toes back. Lift up through your spine, press your toes forward and pull your toes back. And now start to create circles with that foot, circles with your foot that will begin to stimulate the ankle joint, relieving any tension or dehydration in the tissues amidst that joint. Turn your foot in the opposite direction. Good. And now hug your knee in a little bit further. Catch that foot and place your right ankle across your left thigh. You can release your left foot to the floor. Take a breath in. As you exhale, check in if you're feeling a lot of work through your outer hip, so into your IT band, your tensor fascia latae, sounds like a Starbucks drink. You can start to fold forward to go deeper or pull back to take less stretch, right? So a bit of a choose your own adventure here. You might fold forward all the way, even letting your head relax. Take a few breaths. Perfect. Pull your body back upright. Pick up that leg and place it down. And once it hits the earth, take your hands and give your thigh a little lymphatic massage here. So just get into all the stuff sitting under your skin, move it around, shake it around. You can tap your thigh a little bit. There you go. Other side, interlace your hands under the opposite leg. Pick that leg up. We start here in this variation, this seated variation of wind relieving pose. Elongate your spine, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, breathe in. Good, and breathe out. There you go. Extend your leg out and pull it back in. A really, really simple movement, but can feel like quite a lot of work if you are indeed sitting upright. There you go. The next time that leg extends completely, push your toes forward like you're pressing on the gas, and then change your mind and pull your toes back. A few little movements here. So press down with your toes, pull back with your toes, push down, and pull back. Very good. Take some ankle rotations, swirling that foot around in both directions a few times, please. Amazing. Pull that knee in one more time. Catch the leg with your hand and gracefully place your ankle on the opposite thigh. Settle in with breath. Decide if this is your edge, where you'll remain. If this is a lot of work or pain comes to the knee joints, please don't proceed. Otherwise, you could fold forward as much as your hip will let you. Breathe here. Patiently unravel. Pick up your leg like it's a precious porcelain doll. Place it back down onto the floor. Give your thigh a little massage. And don't be shy with your thigh. Really dig your fingers in there. Get a little mobility. Presumably most of you spend the day seated, and this is nice just to activate some energy movement through your body. You can tap. You could shear with your fist. Good. Perfect. Come back to seated. And take your palms to sit flat on your thighs and close your eyes. Inhale here through your nose. And exhale here out through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Stay in this seated place as we move on to our next guided meditation. This one, a lot of my students find extremely challenging. It's a counting meditation. The goal or the purpose is to count to 10 while sitting silently and breathing. The goal is to count to 10. What happens is anytime a distraction comes into your brain, anytime a thought, one of those items on your to-do list penetrates your meditation, start back at 1. So your goal is to get to 10 I'll tell you on average, most students get to 2. And what happens is when that thought penetrates your brain, you just start back at 1. It might mean you're counting 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's okay because meditation is a process of noticing your thoughts. That's all meditation is. It's just witnessing and observing what happens when you sit. Let's try the first counting together, and I'll leave you on your own for a few repetitions. Find a comfortable seat, either cross-legged on the floor or on your chair. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale out through your mouth. A cleansing, purifying breath. And now inhale for 1. Exhale for 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Inhale, 5. Exhale, 6. Inhale, 7. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 9. Exhale, 10. Take a deep breath in. If you get to 10, take a deep cleansing breath in. Open your mouth wide and exhale. Could you continue that counting meditation on your own? Anytime a thought or distraction comes in, please start back at 1. You're just here for 1 minute. Enjoy. Really good work wherever you are. Take a big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide and exhale. Brilliant. I'll take you through a few more dynamic stretches from the chair. These require a little more mobility and movement, and then we'll have the option of coming up to standing. Could you turn towards the right side of your chair and keep your right foot grounded as you take your left leg. Whoops, watch out if you have things behind you, which you probably do in an office. Take your left leg back behind you. So we're simulating warrior 2 shape, but from the support and balance of our chair. My entire right foot is grounded. In particular, the outside edge of my right foot is rooting into the earth. And if your foot can reach, the sole of your left foot is rooting into the earth. Now from here, activate the muscles of your legs. Inhale, open your arms wide and turn your gaze over your right middle fingers. Root down through the back foot and reach up through the crown of your head. Let's breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Brilliant. Take your back hand down your back thigh and lift your front arm all the way up and over. So now you feel a stretch through the front of your side body. As you exhale, stretch your arms back into that initial shape, but bend your front elbow and place it down onto your front thigh. Your back hand might come to your back hip. It could extend straight up overhead, or if you gaze down, you might reach your back arm up alongside your left ear with your palm facing down. A further option to stimulate core stability would be to even take your bottom arm down along your bottom ear. Imagine that you're holding a big old beach ball between your hands and breathe here for 5. Choose any variation. 3. Soften your lips. 2. And 1. Or roll back out of this shape or right back into that exalted stretch. So your front arm reaches back behind you. And now return both hands back through center and carefully tiptoe your body over to the other side. Good. So it's the same idea. You'll begin to kick your back leg back behind you. See if you can root that foot. Many hamstrings won't let this happen, so if your back knee is bent, that's fine. But please ensure that your knee is moving in the same direction as your foot. That's how we prevent any knee pain. Push down through both feet. Open your arms up wide and peer over that front middle finger. So your right middle finger now. Your left middle finger, sorry. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Hug your core as you breathe in. Exhale, soften your sit bones. Inhale, reach up through the crown of your head and out through both palms. Exhale, soften. Take your back hand down your back thigh. Stretch that top arm up and overhead. And now as you maneuver your body back through your starting position, bend into your front elbow and decide whether you'll take the opposite palm to your hip, to the sky, or all the way up alongside your ear. Lower your gaze down, breathe in, exhale, find the connection between the outside edge of your foot and the floor. Maybe your core feels fierce and your bottom arm reaches up. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breaths here. Unravel right into that big side body stretch and return back through center. Good. Slide forward on your chair. You might hold on to the edges of it and tap your feet. Just tap, 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 tap. Take your hands beside you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, lower your hands to your heart. We will explore some standing poses using the chair and then without the chair before we come down to seated poses and rest. For this first standing shape, simply come to stand behind your chair. Place your palms on the back of your chair and begin to reverse your body. Begin to reverse your body. Lean forward until your spine is flat. Your hamstrings are stretched. Your head can drop down or the muscles of your neck folded up. Take a big breath in through your nose. And exhale here out through your mouth. Good. Slowly lift up and you'll bear walk your body forward. Take your hands onto your hips, just behind your chair, and start to laterally rock your hips side to side. So it's like you're knocking hips with the person beside you. Rock your hips from side to side. And now transition from that lateral hip rocking into a figure 8 movement. So you're drawing a figure 8 shape with your hips. Good. I can imagine what your coworkers might think if they see you doing this at your desk midday. But it feels really good, especially if you're sitting and tightening your hip flexors all day long. Turn into the opposite direction. There you go. A few more here. Perfect. And now come to stillness. Take your hands back behind your chair. Keep your left foot stable and bend into your right knee. Lower your right leg down. Bend into your left knee. Heel comes towards your bum. Lower your left leg down. Try to do that again without jerking either hip up. So your hips stay on this equal plane as your feet come towards your bum. Good. One more like that on either side. Perfect. This time, root down through the four corners of your right foot. Turn your left leg out to the side and slide your left foot to the inside of your right leg. Moving your body into tree pose. The chair is here to support you if you feel off balance. Could you pull your pubic bone up and collect your hands at your heart, reaching up through the crown of your head? If you tumble over, catch your chair to help you. Maybe your palms extend all the way up overhead. We'll breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hands back down through heart center. Connect your palms to your chair and release that foot down. Try that same action on the other side. So now your right foot presses into your left leg. Your hips are staying balanced and level as you connect your palms together and reach your chest up into your thumbs. Your hands can stay on the chair, they can stay at your heart, but if you're feeling steady, set your gaze on something still and reach both arms way up overhead. 5 breaths here. Brilliant. Lower your hands back down through heart center and plant that foot onto the floor. Take one step back away from your chair. Fingers can stay on the chair. Pull your pubic bone forward and take a little bend into your knees before you root through your feet to stand back up. Take a bend into your knees tracking over your feet, stand back up. We'll do 3 more little supported squats with the chair catching us if we feel unstable. There you go. 1 more squat here and come all the way up to stand. Really good work. Take your chair out to the side. If it's possible to come down onto a yoga mat, onto a blanket, we'll do that now. Come all the way down onto the floor. Good. And take the soles of your feet together. Take the soles of your feet together, wrap your hands around your ankles, and simply begin to rock your knees up and down. Rock your knees up and down, like a little butterfly flapping their wings. Good. And now pause. Push the soles of your feet together. Lift your heart and your gaze up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Maybe even walk your hands forward. Push down through your sit bones and sprout up and out through your torso, allowing your belly and your chest to wander towards your feet. Keep pushing your feet together, rooting down through your hips and lengthening out through your torso. The exhale lets you fall back down. Good. Inhale, walk your hands back in towards your body. Bring your legs in, place your feet flat on the floor, and then bend into your right knee and slide that leg down. I'll do a sideways demonstration here. So your right leg is bent, sitting on the floor, and place your left foot over top of your right leg. We're working our way into a seated spinal twist. With your left foot rooting towards the earth, push down through both sit bones and walk your left hand back behind you. Inhale, reach your right arm up, and exhale, rotate towards the left. Push your right elbow into your left thigh. Start to drive your gaze back behind you by any amount. And continually root down through your right thigh and your left foot. Inhale to lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, rotate a little deeper still. Good. Unravel from that shape all the way around to the other side. Tap your fingers to the floor, dip down towards the earth. And lift your body back up. Walk your hands behind you, unwrap your legs only to switch sides. So now your left foot comes under, your knee is bent. Place your right foot down on the outside of your thigh and walk your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, rotate by catching that elbow against your thigh and building some body resistance here. Rotate to look back behind you. As you breathe in, push down through your left thigh and your right foot. As you breathe out, turn your gaze, twist deeper still. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, unravel all the way around to the other side. Perfect. Hands come back behind you, unwrap your legs. This time, stretch your legs directly out in front of you. If you catch your body rounding and falling back, please sit up on a pillow or a bolster. Activate your feet. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. If this is too much for your hamstrings, bend your knees. Otherwise, you're rooting down through your sit bones and lengthening up and out through your torso. Your eyes meet your big toes, and you breathe. 5 breaths here. Good. Walk your hands in towards your body, lift your heart up. And now place your palms on the floor and please lower down onto your back. Lower down onto your back. Place your hands alongside your body. Spread your toes wide and pin down through the 4 corners of your feet as your heels hug in towards your hips. Move from the tailbone as you drive your lower back into the earth. Start to engage your glutes and your quads. You're bombing your thighs and lift your hips up. As you exhale, your body falls back down. A few mobile bridge movements here. So you're rooting through your feet, inhaling to lift up. Exhale, fall back down. 2 more, and then we'll hold. Good. Your palms can be flat on the mat. This time when you reach the top, pause here with the option of interlacing your hands underneath your back. Interlacing your hands underneath your back, you'll push your pinky edge sides of your fingers down, squeeze your glutes in, and lift your pubic bone up. Meanwhile, your gaze is driving right down the center line of your body. Push through your big toe mound, inhale. And exhale, release your hands bit by bit, lower your spine back to the floor. Now hug your knees in towards your chest. Start to move your body as though you were giving yourself a massage with the floor pressure against your back. Can you move here in a less regimented way? Move in a way that feels good. Sometimes closing your eyes can help you get there. And now place the soles of your feet flat down on the earth. Shift your hips over to the left, stack your knees, and let them fall down towards the right. Take both arms, open your arms wide if you have space, into cactus arms if you don't. Assuming your neck feels okay here, you might even turn your gaze over your left shoulder. And now as you breathe, I'd like you to just notice the volume of the world around you, with our intention coming back to turn down the volume, to go in, to listen to our breath. Slowly unwrap those legs, crawl back to neutral, push your lower back down, inhale. Open your mouth wide and sigh with an exhale. Push into your feet, shift your hips to the right, drop your knees down, and turn your gaze over your right shoulder now, if that's okay, on your head, neck, and shoulders. And just marinate here. Your breath starts to deepen. Notice your belly rising and then falling with each inhale and exhale. And now drift your knees back through center. One final movement, hug your knees into your chest. Either stay here and massage out your spine yet again, or bend into your knees, reach your hands between your knees and catch the outside edges of your feet, or happy baby pose. Here's a place where you can rock the spine, stretch the inner groin, your adductors, stretch your outer hip. Lots of movement here. Take a big breath in through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Good. Stretch your legs all the way up. Stretch your legs all the way up and just start to add a little movement, a little shaking through your fingers and your toes. Shake your hands and shake your feet. Even faster, shake your hands and shake your feet. Good. You might start to move your lips and your jaw and your tongue around. Take a deep breath in, shake a little faster still, and as you exhale, collapse. Collapse your whole body flat onto your mat. Close your eyes. Welcome to final Shavasana. I'll guide you through one final meditation here. Please remain lying down in final Shavasana. And as you hear the name of each body part, could you actively relax that body part? But first, take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Relax the soles of your feet, the spaces between each of your toes, your toenails, the tops of your feet, and your ankle bones. Your calves and shins, knees and quads. Relax your hamstrings. Soften through your pelvis, buttocks, belly button, ribs, chest, throat, shoulders. Relax each arm, elbow, wrist, and all 10 fingers, fingernails, even the spaces between each finger. Relax your spine. From the cervical spine at the back of your neck all the way down to the lumbar spine to your tailbone. Relax your throat, jaw, teeth. Drop your tongue away from the roof of your mouth and relax your nose, cheekbones, eyes, even your eyebrows. Now the space between your eyebrows softens and relaxes. The wrinkles on your forehead soften and relax. Finally, the heaviness of your skull becomes noted. Relax your skull and let your whole body dump its weight into your yoga mat. Like your yoga mat is a raft taking you out to sea beneath a warm, beaming sun, holding you there in this place where there is no noise. There are no distractions, just quiet, peaceful solitude. and bask in that for one more moment here. I will pull you out. Take a long, deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth wide, audibly sigh out through your mouth. Invite little movements into your fingers, into your toes. Maybe roll your head, your neck, open your mouth, blink your eyes. And then take a big breath in, stretch your arms and your legs as far apart as they'll go, like you're just waking up from the deepest sleep. Exhale, soften everything back down. Squeeze your knees into your chest and roll over onto the right side of your body. Cautiously pull yourself up to sit. Sit cross-legged, turn your palms to face up on your thighs, glue your fingers, your index fingers, and your thumbs together. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. Remember your wish or your intention, or set a new one now. Connect your hands together at your heart. The light in me sees and reflects the light in each of you. Thank you deeply for your practice. Namaste.